Can I grow more in a small homestead? Well, did you know that you can increase your yield by 30% if you grow vertically? Hey everyone, I'm Sammy from the Small Urban Greens Homestead, and I'm going to show you how we maximize our space in growing vertically, and that just saves us on a lot of space in our garden by growing upwards. The winter sun is really nice today, and I just thought we would go around the homestead and I can just show you our winter garden and how we maximize our space if we grow vertically. So there is quite a few crops that you can grow vertically because they need to grow upwards, but how do you do that if you don't really have space? Maybe you can start with growing pots and then put a stake in it, or you could just do what I did over here. You can see I've got some peas and beans growing on a beautiful trellis that I made. These will be upgraded soon, but it's light enough to actually hold all of this that I'm growing. I've got two varieties here. I've got the peas and the snap peas, and they just all keep on growing up, and their little tendrils will just keep on grabbing onto this mesh until it's all over, and it will save so much space. So all I've done is that I've gone and put 2 sticks on my raised beds up to about there, and then I went and put this loop in and then just put some mesh on it. Now the mesh is fine because that is what they can cling on to, but if you're going to grow anything like loofahs or cucumbers or butternut, anything heavy, I advise you to make your structure a little bit stronger, because if you guys follow me, you'll see that my butternut and my loofahs did not have a good structure. It was my first time having an trellis, an arch, and you can see over here it bent, but the mesh was fine. So it depends what you grow. If you can see over here, I have a beautiful rose bush on that trellis arch and this one, and it's actually growing quite nice, and this will also grow quite nice because it's not that heavy. And you can see that it goes from where I planted it, and it will just trellis all the way up. And if we swing around here, you can see how much space I've actually saved. You can see my tomatoes, I've got them all just falling here, and if I just stake it up and let it grow vertically, all this space would basically be used for other crops. So that is, to me, a waste of space. I need to get a stick and try and trellis that up, just like I did with the gooseberries. You can see the gooseberries were laying down or drooped, and I've just put a stick there, tied it up with some string, and I've let it just grow up the banana tree, and that just takes the space where it was flopping away. So this method is great because now it's structured up, where before it was laying down and it was blocking the sun for my celery to grow and also the tomatoes. So now that the gooseberries are trellised up, it saves all that space. And then also you can trellis your tomatoes. So you can see I've got it on a string, and it's off the ground, and now I can actually plant things around underneath the tomatoes because I've gone and saved all that space by letting it grow vertically. Just found some beautiful ripe cherry tomatoes that were hanging at the back. Now that I've trellised it, I'll be able to see what's growing here. Okay, I can't actually explain what a difference this makes, even though there's still loads that I need to bring up. You can see it's now off the ground, and I can now plant all underneath here, some carrots maybe, some more spinach. But look how clean and neat this looks, and I can actually now see all the tomatoes that I didn't see before. I also got to harvest some ripe ones because they were hanging at the back there, so the minute I brought it up I was able to see some were ripe, but there's still maybe 2 more that I can try and peg on this trellis. So guys, utilize your back walls and put either stakes in it and let it trellis. You can use string and just tie it on the sticks, or I had a green mesh trellis, so I just put that at the back there and tied it on there so it can grow. And that way, as I said, there's so much airflow there and the tomatoes get some sun, it can ripen fast. And that is another way I can grow vertically. So you got your beans, you got your tomatoes, you got your Cape gooseberries, some more tomatoes. That is how you can utilize space in your garden by growing vertically. So that was today's video. It was all about maximizing your space in your homestead garden so that you can actually use the actual garden for other crops and grow vertically so that you save on space. I would love to hear from you guys. What do you guys grow vertically and what is your methods? Also remember, we are here to learn together as we grow together, so hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of our tips that we share with you, and we will see you in the next video.